What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of CryptoCrewUniversity.com, home of the #1 crypto classes. This is where we keep crypto simple. Today, another exciting video. Bitcoin is about to do something for the first time in 6 years. What is it? What does it mean for the crypto markets right now? We're going to take a deep dive. If you're new here, join the movement right now. Hit that subscribe button right now and welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Thursday to everybody in Australia. We have an absolutely incredible video jam-packed today. I'm excited. I hope you're looking fresh. We're looking fresh. Let's jump into it. We need to start with one of the most important announcements. Our sale is ending at the end of the month. The largest sale in company history, ending just in a few days. This is the absolute perfect opportunity to get those classes that you have been wanting. You know you need a strategy. You know that you've been gambling, checking prices all day on your phone, wondering if you made the right decision. The bull market is on its way. Don't be that person sitting on the sidelines making just a little bit of money while people that have a strategy are absolutely dominating. I want you to dominate. It's time for you to get a strategy. Put your foot down and join all of our students from all around the world that are having their life changed. Here is how to sign up and lock in these savings before this sale is over. If you've been in crypto for just a few months, you're going to sign up to the Diamond Combo. It'll be the very first link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video right here. Save $1,300 right now. If you've been in crypto for about 1 year, you're going to sign up to the Gold Combo. It'll be the second link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video right here. It's time for you to get a strategy and start making winning trades. The biggest question I get is, Steve, which classes are the best for me? Email me right now, info@CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Let me know how long you've been in crypto and what your experience is, and we will set you up with the best classes for you. info@CryptoCrewUniversity.com. We look forward to welcoming you in. All right, this is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing video. We have so much to cover, including what is this thing Bitcoin is about to do for the first time in 6 years, but we need to start with this chart. This chart is going to blow your mind. We're going to take some measurements of this chart that are going to give you shivers down your back. It is absolutely special what we're going to start with in this video. And then we need to cover the Golden Cross. There's some new developments in the Golden Cross. I need to make you aware of what are the most important things to watch right now, right? So let's start with this chart and just be prepared. This is really special. So right now we're on a monthly chart, right? We're on a monthly chart and we just have a few things going on. Super simple, right? We have our yellow line here represents our 20-month moving average. And then below it, we have our 50-month moving average, better known as the 200-week moving average, right? So what we want to do is keep it super simple and understand these big trends that are taking place, trends that have lasted for more than 400 days. That's what it takes to really shift the market in a monumental way to the bullish side. And we're going to take some measurements and take a look at the candles because they're telling us some very clear indications, some indications that trends that are 400, 500 days old have been broken. And we're going to talk about what that means. But these monumental trends are what we like to focus on here. We like to take a step back and look at these bigger trends. Like this video here we made over a year ago. We said that we were entering what's called a death cross. And in this video over a year ago, we said that prices would decline for the next year. That was a monumental shift where a lot of folks were predicting 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 in 2018, some even 100,000 in 2018. But just based on simple analysis, we predicted the death cross would push us into a bear market for the next year. And then you get into these monumental shifts where we did take stair steps down for the better part of a year, and we got to this point in the chart right around 6,000, and we called for a 3-day death cross. How did we look at that? It's the same thing that happened in 2015. Exactly 280 days after our first bottom on our base, 280 days later, 3-day death cross, and we predicted a fall from 6K down to the 200-week moving average, what ended up being 3K. And when we got here, it was really bearish. But we saw another big shift in momentum, and in this video we called for a legendary rally, and this ended up being the largest rally in a year. But it's not because there's something special about what we did. We just kept it simple, and we looked at the right things, just like this chart. Just a simple chart, but it is going to blow your mind. Monumental shifts in the market. First, let's take a look at these blue lines. These are our trend lines. We'll start with back here from 2014 to 2015. And you can see with this simple trend line, it held extraordinary resistance for 1 candle, 2 candles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months. 11 candles on this. In fact, if we just take a measurement here for 577 days, this was the most significant trend line in the entire market. 577 days, and we finally broke it here with this candle, which we'll get into in a moment. But just take a look at the general significance of this trend line and how powerful it is. And we have the same one play out in today's market, right? We can look at it in the monthly, or we can look at it in the weekly. It's from 2 different lenses, but the same information, right? Same, and you can see, boom, resistance, 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 breakthrough. Significant. And let's get into, in more detail, what we're looking at here. I want to pay attention to the break. When did we break this enormous trend line, a trend line that we held for 400 or 500 days? What made us break through? What caused that? Let's dig it a little bit closer. Back here in 2014, 2015, this is really impressive. Watch this. We held it as resistance again for 577 days, and we broke it with this candle. Why is this candle significant? Because didn't we just break the trend line? Didn't we just break it? Why is this significant? This is what we've been talking about for several weeks. And if we go to a weekly chart, you'll recognize that candle in July, because it's this exact candle right here, which we've been talking about. We're in this exact move right here that we were in July, where the 50-week moving average comes down and ends up pushing us down for several weeks in a row, ultimately leading into this type of move, which, by the way, happened to hold support directly on the resistance line that it had been for 577 days. This is really significant. Watch this. So this is the move we're in now, and it's that exact candle that broke the trend line for the first time. So once we go back here, this candle is the one we just pointed out. It's the first break of this line, just like back in the last bear market. We just broke it. It's incredible how accurate this is. And we've been comparing the 2014, 2015 to today's market for well over a year. In maybe 30, 40, 50 videos that we've made have been comparing this in different lights, and it's fascinating. But it gets more interesting. You can take a look at the trend line, right? The trend angle of the trend line, and you can see that, okay, this is a 23 degree angle, right? When we take this measured move, they are incredibly similar. You can see here, this is a 26 degree angle, 23 degree angle. So not only did we have bear markets line up, they lined up at pretty much the same ratio of decline, which is phenomenal. considering how long. We're talking about not a trend for a few days or even a few weeks or even a few months. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of days holding this exact trend line in each of the bear market. But watch this. Let's look at number 4 here. We're going to take a look at this yellow line, right? This yellow line represents our 20-month moving average. And we want to understand, okay, when did we have a candle that actually closed below this trend line? We know that the trend lines are pretty similar. We know that the break happened exactly on this candle, which is incredibly impressive. But when did we actually break this very important moving average? We're just going to take a look at how many days it took, right? So we go to our highest candle and we're just going to measure how many days to get to this candle. So let's go ahead and take a look at how many days for the candle to actually close below the 20-month. It was 334 days. Just keep that number in mind for a second. 334 days from the top to close below here. When we go to today, we're just going to take a measurement from our peak to the candle that actually closed below, which happened to be right after the death cross, the 3-day death cross. So it was, 334 previously. Let's just take a look, because there's a lot of candles here that held support, resistance. We held some support on this 20-week and then our 20-month, and then we broke it, and it's 335. Did you just get the chills? 335 days exactly to the T of our first candle closing below this moving average. It's phenomenal. Now, let's take it one step further. We know that this trend line is incredibly important. We know that we broke it on the exact candle that we're in now. We know that the trend lines are similar. We know that the break of the 20-week is just phenomenally identical. But take a look at this. What we want to understand is the impact that it had when we were entering a break of this trend line. And this is, again, a trend line that's 400, 500 days that we've held resistance. But we want to understand what caused us to have that momentum shift. Let's take a look at the prices. So we're going to take a measured move of the high price to the candle that led us to the break, right? So if we just take a measured move here from our peak down to this candle that actually broke right before we broke, we're talking about 81%, right? 81%, meaning the price from our highest point to right before we broke was an 81% decline. Let's see if there's any resemblance to how this was playing out. So we're just going to take a measured move from the highest price down to the candle that right before we broke. So this one, right? So this one right here. We're taking a look here. Woo! Woo! Did you just get the chills? It's 81%, the exact same as the previous bear market. So not only did we have the same structure, not only did we have a pretty similar trend line, not only did we hold it for hundreds and hundreds of days, we broke it on the exact same time, we broke this trend line at the exact same time, and right before we broke it, it was the exact same price difference. It's incredible. But we're going to take a look at the weekly chart and point out a couple more phenomenal things, and then we're going to get into, well, now that we've painted this picture, what does the golden cross look like? And more importantly, what is this thing that Bitcoin just is about to do for the first time in 6 years? It's just mind-blowing what's happening in crypto right now. It's such an exciting time. Make sure you subscribe right now. Hit that button right now and join our incredible family here so you can stay a couple steps ahead of the other humans. Now, we're going to take a look at number 6 and 7, both of which have to happen on the weekly chart. Right now we're on the monthly chart, so we'll go ahead and switch. Now, this will look more familiar to you, the weekly chart we had talked about for several weeks now. Remember when we had this candle? Before we had this candle, we made a video talking about how for the first time in over 400 days, we had a MACD cross on the way up, momentum shift. And then we had a stochastic monthly cross up, first time in over 400 days. That was a momentum shift. But when we had this candle, a lot of people got really greedy and they were talking about 6,005, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. But we said, guys, just be patient. Pump the brakes, stay level-headed, don't be too emotional. More than likely, we're going to get rejected down by this, the 50-week moving average. Why? Because that's what happened previously, and we've been following that chart to a T. But let's dig into it a little bit further. We have number 6 and 7. Oh, watch this. So right now, what we want to do is we want to understand the impact that we had, right? So when we look at when the 3-day death cross was, take a look at this. This is really, really interesting. Back here, we had the 3-day death cross that we made several videos about this. It happened exactly on this candle. Watch what happened right after the 3-day death cross. 3-day death cross happened. Obviously, we had a big price correction, but look at the yellow line. Look at our 20-week moving average, a moving average that we said is one of the most critical moving averages. It held pretty much exactly on our trend line from over 400 days. Look at that. Why is it important? If we zoom out and we say, well, what happened in our previous 3-day death cross? Well, our previous 3-day death cross happened right here. We held exactly on this trend line. It is phenomenal. And when you're analyzing charts, one of the most important things to look at is how trends happened with each other and against each other. When you have moving averages or whatever you have on your charts, try to keep it basic and look at how things are happening with each other and against each other. It will point you in such an incredible direction that you really clearly understand the charts. Just look at this. Right after the 3-day death cross, boom, we ended up right on our trend line, But then we broke back through the trend line. This trend line that was 400, 500 days old. When did we do that? Right before we were rejected by the 50-week. You can see this yellow line here. It broke through this blue line, got rejected from the green. It's mirror image. Look at what we're doing now. Our yellow line broke through our long-time trend line right as we're approaching our 50-day. Did you just get the chills again? This is fascinating stuff, and it helps you have a big picture, clear mind as we're approaching some very pivotal times in the crypto markets. So again, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Join our family so you can get this powerful information well before anybody else. And by the way, we get a lot of emails from folks that are really angry that people are copying our content every time we make a video. But don't worry about that. They're spreading our message. They're spreading our learning. So that's better for the world. So don't pay attention to that. That's okay. The only thing I don't like about it is when people say false information about things in the chart. So if you are a YouTuber and you plan on taking this, that's okay. That's okay. I'll give you permission, but please be buttoned up with your research and don't spread false information about what's happening in the charts. Don't call certain crosses by the wrong name. Just be buttoned up. That's all I ask. Okay. Now what we're going to get into is the golden cross and what is this thing that Bitcoin is about to do for the first time in 6 years. Here's a review coming in from Ruan. Ruan said, quote, "You've completely changed my life. I went from losing money to doubling my money in just a few months. My family is exceptionally proud of me, especially my wife and daughter. Today was a milestone for me. I am finally in the financial position to help out other family members, specifically my brother who suffers from diabetes. What an incredible story. Rowan, this goes out to you. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Keep up the phenomenal work. Going from making losing trades to doubling your money and giving back. I love it. I want you to be the next Rowan. I want you to go from losing your hard-earned money to doubling your money. And you're going to do that with a strategy, especially in this bull market. Don't sit back while you're making just a little bit of money while everyone around you is making a lot of money because they have a strategy. Get yourself a strategy today. Join all of our students from all around the world that are having their life changed forever. Here's how to sign up. You're going to sign up to the Diamond Combo if you've been in crypto just a few months. It'll be the first link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video right here. And by the way, we are having our biggest sale ever in company history, and it ends in just a few days at the end of the month. If you're having trouble buying the classes before the end of the month, just send me an email and we'll be sure to do something nice for you. info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. Now, the gold combo is for you if you've been in crypto around 1 year. It'll be the second link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video right here. Massive savings, your absolute last chance to sign up to these classes before it goes back to the normal prices. So do not miss this opportunity. You know you need a strategy. You know you've been gambling with your money. Stop gambling with your money. It's not monopoly money. This is how you get a strategy at the most critical time in the market to make substantially more money than you ever have in your life in trading. So we look forward to welcoming you in. Any questions? Steve, which class do I sign up for? You're going to email me right now, info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. Let me know how long you've been in crypto and your experience, and I will get you set up with the classes that are best for you. All right, the Golden Cross, something that we have been talking about at length for many, many months. And we said when the Golden Cross comes, the media is really gonna pick it up. There's gonna be a lot of people on YouTube really picking it up, but stay level-headed. We are not yet in phase 3 of the Golden Cross. We are entering textbook phase 2. What does that mean? If you missed our previous videos, there are 3 phases of the Golden Cross, and they're very, very critical. Phase 1 is when you start to turn the tide. In phase 1, you start to see a trend reversal, the beginning stages. Stage 2 is really exciting. Stage 2, we just entered. Stage 2 is officially when you have a Golden Cross. Can we be super excited about stage 2? No. We need to be only looking at stage 3. Stage 3 is when you actually confirm support of the 200-day moving average. Again, when you enter a bull market, there are 2 check marks. You need to have a Golden Cross, and you need to hold support for the 200-day moving average. That's it. And we also mentioned the 20-week moving average. You've got to hold that as support as well. But these things are incredibly, incredibly important, right? So we have our check marks in place, but not stage 3. We're not yet in stage 3 of the Golden Cross. And what I will tell you is we know that we're at a big resistance point that we've talked about at length with this here, the 50-week moving average. We know that previous history will tell us we could very well have a fall down again back to our trend line here, and we're going to hold it as support. So we know exactly what to expect, especially if you have a strategy. You're going to absolutely dominate this next move. But we need to be smart here. A lot of people are getting really excited. If we look at our greed, we're at 68. That's significant. Why is it significant? Again, this is the greed. When we're in greed, this is in the big picture, this is not a time to be buying. You want to buy when we're in fear. Okay. And again, when we look at this chart, we're at our highest levels of greed that we've had in the past year. Okay. So we've got to keep that in mind as we reach the golden cross. We know that the previous golden cross looked like this. We had a golden cross. By the way, take a look at this. Take a look. This is really exciting. What I want to show you is look when we had a golden cross. This is the 2015 golden cross, right? We had a 2015 golden cross right at this point. Why is that significant? This was right at that candle at the 50-week moving average, right at our highest price. Our highest price right here happened right at rejection from the 50-week, right? It's identical. Look at this. In today's market, we had a golden cross right at potentially our highest price, okay? And this is, again, right at the 50-week moving average, just like back here, we were right at the 50-week moving average exactly at this candle, exactly at the day that we had a golden cross. This it's an exciting time, but we have to stay level-headed. We have to remove emotion, and we have to see this picture clearly. Again, we've been talking about the golden cross for months. This is not news to us, but we're ready. We know phase 3, very important. Oh, watch this. Watch this. We're going to take a measured move from our high price down to our 200-day moving average to get an idea. We know that exactly on this candle we had a golden cross and it happened to be our highest price, but how far are we from the 200-day moving average, and is it significant? So let's just take a measured move here from our high price directly down to our 200-day moving average. It's 20%. From our highest price down to our 200-day moving average. Let's see what we did before. Right here is the candle that we believe we're in. It's a candle that we've been talking about for a few weeks. Let's just take a measured move from the high price here directly down to our 200-day moving average of 21%. It's just mind-blowing how accurate these moves are. Not only did we cross on pretty much the same day, we went exactly as high above the 200-day as we did previously. And again, if this were to happen, let me explain the psychology, because this is really important. If it were to play out like this, the market is going to get very, very fearful. You're going to see this change from a lot of greed to a lot of fear. Okay. And the market is going to change its tone. And a lot of people will be calling 2,000, 1,500. Some people will be calling Bitcoin's going to zero. There'll be a lot of FUD in the media. Just stay level headed, because if it plays out the way we think it will, it's going to get pretty ugly. There's going to be some blood in the streets, and everyone is really going to think we're going a lot lower. But we're going to be ready for the real golden cross, which is right around the corner. If it were to play out like that, just remember the psychology of how it will play out. It's very important. So let's get into this thing that Bitcoin is about to do for the first time in 6 years. Let's just make sure. Yes, we covered all of our bases here. Let's get into this piece here. Absolutely mind-blowing what has been happening. It's days away, literally days away from being the first time in 6 years. So we covered this chart. What I want to cover real quick is the RSI. We're on a weekly chart now, and we covered this before. The reason why this blue line here is important at about 61, 62 is it's been important for, look at all this support, resistance, resistance, and then this is where we are right now. That candle that I kept showing you where we're getting rejected by the 50-week, this is the absolute candle we're in right now, and the RSI was getting rejected exactly from this level. Where are we at now? Right here. When we had the golden cross before, right here. When we have the golden cross now, right here. It's just mind-boggling how similar these charts are. But what is this thing that Bitcoin is about to do for the first time in 6 years? We have to look at momentum. There's a lot of momentum in the charts right now because honestly, when you're at a really low point here, what was it, an 85% correction? You have to have a lot of momentum to change the trend. You have to have a lot of momentum to get through this trend line that's been a resistance for 400 days. Momentum is the stochastic RSI, and we've been hanging out at 100 for a significant amount of time. Right now, it's 49 days. 49 days at 100. And we've only done it two other times in history, but it hasn't happened in 6 years. Just take a look at this. We've hung out at 100 for time periods, but 1 week, a few days, maybe 2 weeks, sometimes was 3 weeks. Like this move right here was 3 weeks up at the 100. You can see that right here, 21 days. And then we got into this move. Let's dig into this move for a second. This is literally the last time that we hung out at 100. And again, it was exactly for 49 days. But let's take a look at the move that we had. While we were at 100, price of Bitcoin was $13.21. And we ended up going up here to Bitcoin at $265, about a 2,000% move. So we won't see moves like this anymore in crypto. We're going to see big moves, but when you have more liquidity in the market is more mature, you're going to see these moves die down. But the important thing is the amount of momentum that's in the market right now is substantial. And if you believe that Bitcoin is going to go to new lows, it doesn't appear likely at this point. So just be aware of what's going on. Let's dig into this for a second. If we dig into this, you can see that we started going at 100 right here, and we ended right here, exactly 49 days. And the move before it was we started here and we ended here, exactly 49 days. So in a few days from now, it'll be officially 49 days. And in the history of Bitcoin, we've never had momentum at 100 on the weekly for more than 49 days. Never. We've never had it. These two times, 49 were the two biggest ever in the one right now. And you can see that way back in 2010, we've never had momentum above 100 for more than 49 days. What does that tell us? It's pretty likely we're near the tail end of our momentum being this high. It's pretty likely that we're near the tail end. We know that the 50-week is coming down. It's something we've been talking about for weeks. It's pretty likely that we'll be continued to be rejected from this 50-week, and the market will turn pretty bearish. It's pretty likely, right? We just have to go with evidence in the chart, not my emotional opinion. My emotional opinion, yeah, I want Bitcoin to go a lot higher tomorrow. It's not likely, all right? So, and again, when we have candles like this, and you may say, well, Steve, at the 50-week right now, we have a little wick through. Is that important? Absolutely not. We had the same wick through in 2015. What we care about is if a weekly candle actually closed above as support, not resistance. If that happens, then we could see some more power behind this move. But it's not likely for that to happen. And you can see this wick right here was the same wick that we had back in 2015 when we poked our head through here. You can see this wick right here. It's and again, it's like a 2% wick, pretty much the same as today. So these things are nothing to be concerned with. Let's stay level-headed. There's going to be a lot of noise out there, but we're a couple steps ahead of the other humans, so stay level-headed. Just look at this big picture, and this is an exciting time. You've got to give yourself a pat on the back because a lot of people gave up. This was easily the most devastating bear market you've ever been invested in, and you're still here while other people quit. So props to you for sticking with it because things are about to get really great. Really great. So only good things ahead. The light we're at the end of the tunnel. We see the light, and we're licking our chops because things are about to get incredible. So let's get into a couple other key points in the video. What I want to tell you is here's a review on our website from Steve Sergio. Steve says, quote, over 6 months. So Steve was making these losing trades month after month after month and just getting devastated. Put his foot down, signed up to the classes, and says, quote, over the 6 months after the classes, I made 7x return on the investment in the courses in a bear market. Absolutely phenomenal work over 6 months. Steve Sergio, this goes out to you. Keep up the incredible work. I want you to be the next Steve Sergio. Put your foot down if you know that you've been making losing trades. Put your foot down and get a strategy that you deserve. Stop gambling. This is not monopoly money. This is real money for you and your family's future. And I guarantee if you have a strategy in the bull market, you will make substantially more than the folks just making a little bit of money in the bull market. It will not even be close. So put your foot down and sign up. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. We have the biggest sale ever, and there's only a few days left. So here's how to sign up. Get these classes while time is in your side. You're going to sign up to the Diamond Combo if you've been in crypto just a few months. It'll be the first link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video right here. Save $1,300 right now. You're going to sign up to the Gold Combo if you've been in crypto around 1 year. This is our top seller by far. This is the one all my students rave about. You're going to get this Gold Combo if you've been in crypto around 1 year. It'll be the second link right down in the description. I'll link for you inside the video right here. If you have any questions, Steve, here's my experience. Here's how long I've been in crypto. Which class do I take? Email me right now, info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. We'll make sure that we have you signed up to the best classes for you. Okay. Oh, our first thing, our Bitcoin winner, $100 Bitcoin winner. Remember, there's 4 things you can do to sign up. Our winner goes out to here. This is Neil. I got Neil's permission to use his picture. This is Neil from USA who won $100 in Bitcoin by just doing these 4 things. So if you see Neil in the chats, make sure you give him congratulations. This is really exciting. I wanted to do something for the community to give back even more than all of this learning that happens in these free videos. Wanted to do something special for the community. So here's how to sign up. There's 4 things that you need to do to sign up. Every week, we'll give away the $100 Bitcoin. You need to hit this subscribe button. So if you're on your computer right now, scroll down, hit it. If you're on your phone, scroll down, hit the subscribe button right now. You don't want it to be red, and you need to hit the bell. Once you do that, you're going to come over to cryptocrewuniversity.com, scroll to the bottom of the homepage, and subscribe to the email list. That's thing number 2. Thing number 3 you're going to do is share. Share this video in one place. You know that you learned a tremendous amount of knowledge. Share it in one place right now, and then you're going to come over and follow on Twitter, CryptoCrewU. That's it. And then you're entered. Steve, what if I did this 4 months ago? You're already entered. You'll be entered every single week, and you don't have to do anything else. It's really simple. So that's how to get involved with the $100 of Bitcoin. And I think down the road, what I would like to do is if somebody won the $100 and they want to donate it to somebody in need, I think that'll be something really even more special that we could do as a community, something really different. So I will let the winner decide if they do that, but I think that would be special if we were to give to somebody in need, maybe in a less fortunate country or in a situation where $100 of Bitcoin is a huge game changer. So we may do that, but I'm not going to force anybody. I'll leave it up to the winner to make that decision. Next up. Oh yes, as we've said, again, the biggest question I get is, Steve, I have this experience and this knowledge and this amount of time in crypto. Which class do I get? info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. The next thing has saved people so much stress and saved people so much time and allowed people to make more money. Chat groups are poison in crypto. Be very careful. If you're in a chat group, I guarantee it's causing you way more stress than good. There's so many different opinions, and every time Bitcoin goes up, oh, Bitcoin's up. Bitcoin's going to the moon. It's up $97. Oh my God, Bitcoin dumped $37. It's so much stress. So especially Telegram is really unregulated. There's scams galore on Telegram. So just watch your step. Steve's Secrets to Success. So if you're new here, Steve's Secrets to Success is something that we've been doing for a while, and it's something that's very powerful, and it's meant to change lives. So we know crypto, there's so many avenues to change your life outside of just crypto, and Steve's Secrets to Success is really all meant to impact your life and for you to achieve more success. And today, the lesson is simple. The more success you achieve in life, the more jealousy that comes with it. You won't find any human in the history of mankind that achieves success without jealousy. It's not possible. It's never been done, and it never will be done. And let me break it down in three simple scenarios. Number one, think about your job. Maybe it's your job right now or a job you had in the past. In that job, somebody got promoted, right? Maybe it was you that got promoted or somebody you know got promoted in that job. Most people are pretty excited for that person to get promoted, and there'll be a few people that are really jealous and envious of that person's success, and they will start spreading rumors. They will make up some things so that they feel better about their insecurity. Now, I really want you to achieve success. If you're that person that got promoted, if you stay level-headed and you stay emotionless and you focus on your success, let your work speak for itself. You got promoted for a reason. And if you let your work speak for itself, I guarantee you will get promoted a second time before the jealous people even get promoted once. It happens all around the world, no matter what language you speak, what country you're from. If you're focused on you, you're focused on your success, you know your path, don't focus on negativity. Don't focus on negativity. Those people that are below you trying to pull you down and bite at your ankles. Don't focus on that. I guarantee you, if you focus ahead, you will achieve so much more success. Let me give you another example, because the key is, the more success you achieve, the more jealousy it will follow. Meaning, think about your favorite athlete, maybe your favorite celebrity, maybe your favorite singer-songwriter. Those people have achieved substantially more success than that person that got promoted. And with more success becomes way more jealousy. These people that are celebrities are getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jealousy things being posted in the media every single day of the year. With more success comes more jealousy. But if those famous athletes, let's take LeBron James, for example, if he were to focus his time on the people below him trying to bite at his ankles, he would never be LeBron James. He would never be. If he focuses on his own success, he lets his work speak for himself, and he focuses on pushing forward, he will achieve unlimited success. Just like your favorite athlete, just like your favorite musician, your favorite celebrity. Now, let's take it in a bigger scale. One of my idols is Elon Musk, who's doing incredible things around the world. But Elon Musk has achieved substantially more success than your favorite athlete or your favorite whoever it is, your favorite celebrity. Elon Musk has achieved substantially more success. He's a billionaire. There's only 2,000 of those on planet Earth. And when you achieve more success, you have more jealousy, more envy. And if Elon Musk focuses on any of that, he would never be Elon Musk. Elon Musk has 3 companies. They're all massive, and he gets jealousy and envy from way bigger positions. You're talking about people in government who are trying to make up lies and rumors consistently. If you look in the media any day, Elon Musk is getting thousands and thousands and thousands of posts on blogs, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the news, TV, print ads, newspapers. They're all out because they never achieved the level of success of him. They have their own jealousy and insecurity. A lot of people, the majority of people, are pretty happy for Elon Musk because he's changing the world. He's only doing good. But you have people in NASA that are saying hateful things. They're calling him every name in the book. You have people on Wall Street, big people with big pockets, are calling him every name in the book. You have people in government. You have people in the SEC. And this is every day. But if Elon Musk focused on any of this negativity, he would never be Elon Musk. So the lesson to you is, and I want you to really achieve success, you have to know that with success comes jealousy. You have to be ready for it. Just like we're ready for all the ebbs and flow in the market. We're mentally prepared. You have to be mentally prepared to be successful. So I want that to be a lasting impression on you. And this is really, really important for your future. You have to know the more levels of success you reach, the more jealousy that's going to come. And by the way, let it come. That's a phenomenal sign. That means you're doing something right? And let that fuel you. If you've played sports before, every athlete will let all that jealousy and envy fuel their performance, right? They let that achieve more success. I want that to happen to you as well. The one other message, well, there's two other messages. This one's special. This is something that we've been talking about for well over a year. And we're building such a special community here, a community that's unlike any other. And guess what? People are really paying attention to our community now. They're very jealous of what we've achieved with our community. Our community is unlike any other. We are actually all devoted to learning. Every single video, we're devoted to learning. We're devoted to lending a helping hand. We're devoted to giving back. We're devoted to making a difference. We're devoted to look at the glass half full. We're devoted to our success. We're devoted to helping each other. We're devoted to looking left. We're devoted not to look at the media. We're devoted only to things in the charts. We're devoted to honesty, integrity. We are devoted to things that other people are not. And that's why this community is so powerful. That's why people are taking notice. You and me together have built this community with the person on the right of you and the person on the left of you. And they're taking notice and they are jealous. And we are happy. We are happy because we built this together, unlike anybody else. Unlike anybody else. We know what we stand for, and we are damn proud of it. So I want us to join together. I want us to rise together and stand together because we have created something that people are really jealous. And we're smiling. We're happy. And we're proud. The last thing I want to tell you guys, quick story. I don't know if you guys are dog lovers, but we have a dog. We're big dog lovers. And I was curious to see how he would react with my son. My dog is really a loner. He's really, he's by himself a lot. He's very independent, a free thinker. And when we had our son, we were wondering, what would the dog do? Will he just kind of be his own way like he always has, or how would he interact? And it's very interesting. Every time my son has any issue or cries for a minute, my dog is right there, right in front of the crib, just protecting, always on alert. It's really special. So I know a lot of you are parents. If you've experienced something similar, it's a good feeling. I was really happy to see that happen. So again, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is really such an honor to come on here every Wednesday and to be able to change lives, to be able to provide this content that's jam-packed with learning for free, and to be able to affect people all over planet Earth, and for us to stand together. It's very special. So I hope you have a beautiful day. Those of you in Australia are on Thursday already, and potentially those of you in Europe are very close to Thursday as well. So have a beautiful day no matter where you are in the world. I'll see you right back here for more learning on Wednesday. It was an incredible journey today, and have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you right back here, same time, same place, next Wednesday. Peace and love to the crypto crew.